Alright, let's see if we can make history and pull off an actual good game hat trick. 3 good games in a row. What do you got for me, Lexi? Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Nope! We have gone right down into the pit of terrible games. Is it waiting? I don't know if it was waiting for me to hit buttons or not. Mr. Sound? Huh. One moment. Okay, so yes, fix that there, put in an annotation there for, you know, volume warning, or not really warning, just information of what to do there with that. Also, this is an okay version of the Rocky and Bullwinkle theme here in Game Boy rendition. It is less ear-grating than the NES version was. So what kind of major event is taking place in Frostbite Falls? We obviously have a Bullwinkle branded... Oh, it's a museum! Well, they certainly did rack up enough odd things throughout their adventures. Don't actually remember him, but it's been a good 20 years, I want to say, since I've actually seen any Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh, let me guess, Boris Badenoff and Natasha are going to come and loot the place of all the valuable collectibles. Also, I can't help but get the feeling that that music is going to be looped throughout the entire game, isn't it? I could see this being, you know, an actual animated segment here. Like, a proper bit on one of the shows. Starting out about the same way. And let me guess, blink gone. Oh, well then. Okay, so we got the Picayune Pot, the Ruby Yacht of Omar Khayyam, and the Kerwood Derby. Wow, Rocky's mouth just looked really weird there. Okay, let's get through the credits. Thank you. And I was right. We are, in fact, going to be hearing that music through the game's stages. Yeah, welcome to Simpsons vs. the World, or... was it? Maybe Barton vs. the Space Mutants definitely did that. Okay, let's get through here without losing a lot of health. Okay, that won't work against rolling trash cans. And obviously won't do a thing against bombs. And that seems to be the extent of our controls. Our crappy headbutt and our very slow jump. Okay, we're climbing windows then. As we get bombs rained on us still. And we actually get to the top this time. Hey, we can get more... possibly apples, possibly cherry bombs. I don't even honestly know what we're using as a life meter for him. Wow, just so very easy to get killed in this game. That is not a good sign whatsoever. And yeah, I am already really sick of this song. Okay, good to know. Water from the fire hydrant hurts us. Wait, what? Didn't realize that that save state was way the heck back there. I'm not even sure if I want to finish this first stage. Like, usually that's my go-to thing is, you know, I'll try to get through the first stage of the game at the very least. With this music, man. Now I kind of wish I didn't actually bother raising the volume up at all. Maybe that's why whoever made this particular ROM decided to really make the music incredibly quiet in it. And it's looking like it's not going to be any other power-ups besides the B coins and just the occasional bit of health. So we don't really have to worry about missing anything in the stage. I wonder, what do the... Okay, so start is just a basic pause, and select does absolutely nothing. Things I should have checked already before, but you know. There's gotta be a stage end coming up soon. There's gotta be, right? Of course, I'm gonna laugh if I'm like looping around the same little section of stage and there's some door I have to go through or some other nonsense. Okay, we can't affect her whatsoever. Not sure why I thought I would be able to, but had to try. Oh my god, we've reached the end of the stage! Hooray! And this... the music doesn't stop! Why does the music not stop? In the... What even... What is that supposed to be? It's like... most of a crate with a giant picture of a pigtailed girl on it? I don't even have a clue what the hell is anything in this. And we have dripping water droplets and mice. And broken subway tracks, which, you know, are on top of nothing. I'd kind of like to reach a boss, if that's possible. Somebody go and check and find out if, well, if any FAQs even actually exist. I honestly kind of doubt that any do, but, just if a boss exists for this game, Well, you know, for this first stage, I should say. You know, first level, first area, whatever we want to call it. Yes, first torture chamber also applies. Damn it, man. These are some really accurate jumps for the second part of the first stage. Okay, we found an actual train and/or... I guess it doesn't look more like a train. Plus, I guess with the 1950s setting, well, even earlier than that, really, of the actual Bullwinkle shows, probably would be more a train than a subway. Although why it's sitting alone on just a piece of broken track is anybody's guess. I will say that this has been pretty much more straightforward than the first stage. I have noticed quite a bit that you can go up and explore if you so desire, but none of it has really seemed to be necessary to, you know, go up and down like in the previous stage. So that's a nice thing, I guess. And of course we just find more train tracks way the hell up here, because, you know, that's how trains work. Okay, so I'm told that the one FAQ that exists doesn't really describe any of the levels. So, you know, maybe there are bosses. The FAQ doesn't really much say. So yeah, once we get to the end of this area, I am done. Hey, I think we've reached the end of this area. We just have to get to the top here. Hopefully, anyway. Consecutive jump areas. Totally boring and dull. Oh! Yeah, I thought it was a boss, but it's a cutscene. I don't even remember anybody getting kidnapped. I thought we were going after missing treasures. Oh, okay, it's Rocky. Sure. I can't even tell, like, this looks like an eye and a nose and a mouth, and of course we have his squirrel tail, so it just looks all screwed up. I'm not even sure... What? Seriously? Yeah, for a second there I thought it was going to give us a choice, but then I remembered, oh yeah, that's how all the Rocky and Bullwinkle titles are. What? What? I got distracted by the whole Rocky is tied up thing. And, you know, now we're suddenly playing football with him untied up? What the fuck is even going on? Okay, just random minigame time, I suppose. Okay. And my guess is that there will not be a boss here now. Just windows endlessly dropping kitchen sinks. I'm sure there's a metaphor in there somewhere, but, yeah. This has been The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Basically been about as bad as I expected, honestly. Just sort of a really, really terrible platformer, and that's kind of par for the course as far as Rocky and Bullwinkle games go, mostly. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend that you avoid this one at all costs here. And wait a minute, did I just not... Time out. No, we did not have a timer in these previous stages, it's just in this particular stage that we suddenly are on a 30-second time limit. Wow. Kinda harsh there, game. This does make me curious, though, just how little is there to this stage that it could be beaten in 30 seconds or less. Just endless kitchen sinks, that has gotta be some kind of thing. Oh, can't touch Fearless later. Except to, you know, moose antler him. What? Suddenly we are Rocky and we're on the moon, and... well, at least his attack is a hell of a lot better than Bullwinkle's, but... even so, no, I'm done. But, hey, just noticed? The music did actually change. That's some kind of minor miracle. But yeah, no, still absolutely done here. No more to be said about this terrible game here.